G-Ball, what's up, man?
Man, back for another week, man. You know what I'm talking about?
You know it. How you feeling?
I'm good. I'm feeling blessed.
Already. Close that up for me so you understand me. That's good. I'm blessed too, man. You know what I'm saying? It's been a long week. You know what I mean? I'm here, man. I'm blessed. I'm happy. I feel like I'm doing, way better than a lot of shit that's going on in the world. That's for sure.
Facts.
Yeah, so. What's going on in the world? That's the question. What is going on in the world?
Craziness, man.
A lot of craziness. And also, man, I would like to get a third opinion, if possible, on some of this, if we could, make something happen. You got some people you could call up?
That's a real good idea. I got somebody in mind.
Okay, yeah. Get on the horn. But until then, man, I got a couple of videos I want to show you, man. I want to get your opinion on some stuff, man.
Let's go.
All right.
Let's go.
All right. So what we're gonna do?
You know I got opinions.
like asshole. Everybody got one, huh? Shit, that's what I'm talking about. So check it. Trump. Your guy Trump. He say,
But everything in the world is going to change on January 20th because the President of the United States is going to use every single legal, diplomatic, and financial tool to halt the entry of all illegal aliens into this country. There will be no benefits. There will be no entry. There will be no asylum. There will be no admission. You may be prosecuted. You will certainly be arrested, and you will absolutely be deported. The entire world, Mexico, Northern Triangle, Central America, South America, Africa, Asia, the Middle East, will get this message. There is no unlawful route to enter the United States of America. Every presidential authority, including his absolute authority under Article 2 to defend the territorial sovereignty of the United States, will be used, from the Department of Defense to the Department of Justice to Homeland Security and every single other lawful authority at his disposal. It will be the end of the invasion. It will be the beginning of the liberation.
Well, Steve.
Shattering agreement reached between the United States and Mexico. Atlanta News First anchor Carly Barnett is at the break.
Man, they talking crazy. He talking about get everybody.
Everybody got to go. Everybody got to go.
I ain't going.
Why ain't you going? Channel 4. Turn on the audio on Channel 4. No, Channel 4, my nigga.
I ain't going.
Yes, okay.
I ain't going.
Now, I heard you got somebody on the line while we was going on that video. Who we got on the line?
Man, this is my cousin Nancy, man.
Okay.
She a professional. She know what she talking about.
Oh, she. That's what I'm talking about. Nancy, huh?
Yeah, I know she know what she talking about.
I hope she do know what she's talking about. I'm so glad to meet you. You know what I'm saying? My name is Damo, you know what I'm saying? And it's a pleasure to get to know you. I want to see your opinion on what's a lot of the things that we got going on in the world. So tell me what you think about that.
Well, hello. Thank you so much for having me. It is a pleasure to be here with you tonight. Oh, yeah, I got opinions. I have plenty of opinions.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you want me to start with this first one?
Hey, run it.
It's Fox News we're talking about. Fox News.
Correct.
The same network station that's always spewing out stuff that's just sometimes so far out. I mean, they're so far up in, Trump and everything he does. Trump wants to call, what is it, CNN, fake news. I call Fox News like fabricate or exaggerate. Let me put it that way. Exaggerate news. I'm just, no. And especially when we're talking about him talking about everybody going out in the country and et cetera, there are certain things that have to be done. And in accordance with the 14th Amendment, he's gonna have some work to do. Because it's not going to be easy.
Mm,
I'm
mm.
gonna leave that part right there because
I,
yeah,
I,
it's
I
not
hear,
gonna be
I hear you
easy.
wholeheartedly on that. It's definitely gonna be some work. It's definitely gonna be a lot of work on the police force rounding up all these people and taking them and bringing up these happy homes and stuff. Especially people that's already been here for a minute, or if you was already born in this country and you just automatically now considered an illegal immigrant. It don't matter. You ain't been nowhere else but America, but no, we gonna send you somewhere. So that's definitely real tough to deal with. I could imagine as those who are dealing with that. Us, on the other hand, now if it touched the black community, that's totally different. Like, where you gonna send us? We've been here for how long? This America, G, they can't do that. It more, it more things in here than anywhere else on the planet. True. You
Fact.
trying to really kick something off. Because you mistake me for amigo, it's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Let's go to the next one, man. I got another one, man. Let's play this next one real quick. Tell me what you think about this one right here.
The United States and Mexico. Atlanta News First anchor Carly Barnett is at the breaking news desk. Carly, President-elect Donald Trump says effective immediately, Mexico has agreed to shut down its border in order to stop migrants from entering the U.S.
Sean, yes, major news here. The president-elect posted this on Truth Social on his platform there. It said in part, quote, just had a wonderful conversation with the new president of Mexico. She has agreed to stop migration through Mexico and into the United States, effectively closing our southern border. The alleged agreement comes in the same week the president-elect threatened Mexico, Canada, and China, three of the United States' largest importers, with tariffs as high as 25%. Now, earlier today, Mexico's president posted on the social media platform X, saying she spoke with President-elect Trump, saying they are working on strategies impacting immigration and preventing the consumption of the opioid fentanyl. Sean?
I know you'll stay on top of it, Carly. Thank you. And
That's a shame. They hell bent on it, G. I mean, they gonna get what they ask for, man. I mean, like produce, like food. Ooh, who gonna cut the grass? You know what I'm saying?
It's gonna be
I have been real in America. You know what I mean?
There's gonna be a lot of lost jobs, or a lot of empty jobs, I should say.
Nah, it's gonna crash the economy, man. Cause you gotta think, everybody that they consider illegal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Millions of people, right?
Close that. Mm-hmm.
They paying.
Okay.
They gotta buy everything, just like we buy everything, but they don't get no kickback. No small percentage of that. You take that away from the economy, that's a loophole that you can't plug. And that's a crash. You know how economy set up. You know what I mean? You take all that out, it's gonna fall.
Yeah, that's the verge of being a crash.
Yeah, that's a setup for failure. So, like, they voted for that?
They did. They put that in. What you think, Nancy?
This is one of those things in which we have to really be careful and do like our research because there's a really disconnect between the conversation between the two of them. Because in accordance with such
Big
as
disconnect.
BBC, when they had um, talked with the president of Mexico, she stated that that's not what she said, because what it all comes down to for her is that she really wants to create a bridge between our country and her country. Not this close another border. As far as she was concerned, they're taking care of the issues with the caravans that are coming into the country, but it is not a major concern for her to try to change things to try to close the borders. Um, that's not where she's coming from. So I'm really anxious and curious to see how this does play out because it seems like we have something brewing, for a World War III. So I'm curious as to how this is going to play out because she's the type that seems like she matches energy. And especially, for example, if he does impose tariffs, she said that she's going to raise the tariffs also. So
That's gonna be
So I'm
wild.
curious to see how this goes.
Yeah, nah, I kind of agree with you on everything except for World War III. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, she gonna match that energy, and what he plan to do gonna put the economy in an ugly crash, not even a free fall. And if she even reciprocate that energy, it's a wrap. You know what I mean, on the economic level, cause they the closest thing to us. That's where most of the produce. You know what I'm saying? A lot of free, cheap. I'm talking about labor come from. You know what I mean? So Facts. I don't know what we gonna do. You know what I mean? You know, if maybe Elon gonna put a chip in them people that they about to release out. You know what I'm saying? That he gonna pardon. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But they don't look like a workforce. They look more like some militias. You know what I'm saying? Military joint. Well, speaking of some major moves, man, I got another video. Let's play this next one. Now, this next one,
Lord.
Trump say, man, fuck you, pay me. Y'all been ducking and dodging me for too long. I need my bread, man. Plain and simple. So run my bread, man. Run that.
I have been very, very direct with Secretary Stoltenberg and members of the alliance in saying that NATO members must finally contribute their fair share and meet their financial obligations. But 23 of the 28 member nations are still not paying what they should be paying and what they are supposed to be paying for their defense. This is not fair to the people and taxpayers of the United States. And many of these nations owe massive amounts of money from past years and not paying in those past years. Over the last 8 years, the United States spent more on defense than all other NATO countries combined. If all NATO members had spent just 2% of their GDP on defense last year, we would have had another $119 billion for our collective defense and for the financing of additional NATO reserves.
Yeah, I'm talking about.
The Bible tells us one message.
Had y'all paid us our bread, we'd have had some more money to give back to you. But you ain't come up off that bread, man. Look here. You can see everybody in the crowd like, oh shit. Is he really saying this right now? I thought we had an agreement. We weren't gonna talk about this. Let's get to the next one. I'm anxious to see what the next one is talking about, right? Because you just mentioned young Elon, right? Talking about bringing in the young Neuralink and shit like that. Well, so let me ask you this, right? Do you believe in aliens?
You know I don't.
Okay.
You know I don't.
Okay. You believe in UFOs?
Nah, I ain't with that.
Nancy, you believe in UFOs?
I don't believe in them, but I do believe that there are things out here we really can't explain,
That
or
part.
we don't have an understanding of it. Yeah.
I agree wholeheartedly because it's called unidentified flying object. So if it's unidentified to me and it's flying and it's considered an object, that's a UFO. I believe in UFOs, absolutely. Aliens may be a little bit different. That could be just something that's not normal to your natural environment or habitat. So there could be a lot of alien things in our habitat. I'm just saying, They don't have to be from outer space. It's green or reptilian or Nephilim or something like that. But, anything could be formed from us or anything else. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I just ain't going for that, man.
Let's play the next video real quick. Let's see. Let's talk about this one real quick.
The Bible tells us one message: be not deceived. And it tells us another message that the end time, the coming of the Son of Man, is going to be just like the days of Noah. Now, that should let you know something. For me to know or be aware of the signs of the end, I got to go first understand the beginning. But don't nobody want to read the beginning because I got all them daggone genealogies and the stories is long and everybody know about Noah flood, but don't nobody know why it was flooded. Everybody know about David fighting Goliath, but they don't know that Goliath was a half-breed Nephilim, And he had some brothers that he wasn't the only one that got. They went and hunted the rest of them. Everybody know about the Exodus, but they don't know why them jokers, when they sent the spies out, when Moses sent those spies out, why they came back all scared and said, "It's no way we can take that land." They said it's some Nephilim over there. It's some other beings over there. So much so that guess what? We like ants in comparison to them. These people have seen something over there that was so that put a fear in them that has superseded everything God had did for them. You got to understand. They saw God bring them out of Egypt. They saw God split the Red Sea. They saw God bring plagues. They saw God do all these things, right? And all of a sudden they went and spied on this land, which was their promised land, which God had promised to them. And whatever they saw over there scared them enough to say, well, guess what, Moses, you shouldn't even have brought us here. Take us back to Egypt. Matter of fact, they were so afraid, the Bible says, that they was conspiring to what? Take Moses and them out. But don't nobody want to talk about these things, but your Bible been trying to tell you.
It has been trying to tell us. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely a mystery to me. It's always been a question that I want to ask. Giants. We got skeletons all over the damn planet, but is it referenced in the Bible anywhere? Like dinosaurs. I had to ask that question to a minister once, and he gave me the understanding. Yeah, there was giants back in them days, and it was, you know what I mean, crossbreeding and whoop-de-whoop and all that, you know, but it didn't go no further. I didn't get no real good deep detail of what the hell is going on. But yeah, there's definitely something. I would say there's definitely something to it. What you think?
Yeah, I mean, reading through the scriptures, that's the impression you give off. That's why when you talk about technology and the possibilities of where things can go, that's how you allude back to the scripture. Like I said, in the time of Noah, you know, you watch all, you know, the people, they love to have ancient aliens swear, you know what I'm saying, some built a pyramid, but from a biblical point of view, we were so pure and the knowledge and the grace of God was so fresh off of us that we was on a whole different level. Mm-hmm. The corruption throughout the centuries up until now, them put us in a whole different lower dimension, how they say. You vibrating different, you know what I mean?
Lower frequency, right, vibration.
So yeah, that's how I transcribe to it, you know what I mean? So I agree with a lot of what I just heard right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause like I said, in the time of Noah, which is almost incomparable because it's so far back. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But you got to counter it. And like I said last time, a lot of people want to put extras on what they interpret the people from antiquity have saw and what they comprehended. And we're putting our modern day spin on it. And so I just say, read it at face value. If they say they saw 3-headed, 4 heads, you know what I'm saying, 6 wings, mm-hmm. they got references. They got birds, mm-hmm. so they know what a wing look like. Mm-hmm. They giving you the reference. So that's why I say, yeah.
Facts. I believe. I agree with you. Nancy, talk to me.
Now, I'm with you. We're in a place where we kind of distort things, and in my opinion, we distort things and create fantasies to highlight what we're reading inside the scripture. And back in the day, especially when Satan and his angels fell, we don't know what was happening during that time. And especially when, especially during the time of Noah, as you had said, Erskine, that how when the floods came and how much craziness was going on back mm-hmm. in those times, up until the flood, we don't know. I believe that it is possible, but I just think that it's not the way in which we've distorted it. In my opinion, I just think we distorted it to create these fantasies of what it's like. And a lot of it is just symbolic of what we see here, and what's going on. in reality. And that's where we have to really learn how to discern and understand, and also to just really just believe for ourselves what it is, and just yeah, we just I just that's just my opinion. We just distort everything so that it makes it pre-fantasy, makes it exciting and more palatable instead of really understanding the truth. So
I like that. You know what? And that's another thing that I would like to add. Well, not add, but segue to our next video. Right?
Yes, sir.
Getting.
How do you feel about letting Elon Musk loose inside your mind? Well, our next guest did exactly that. How do you feel about letting Elon Musk loose inside your mind? Well, our next guest did exactly that, volunteering for the first ever Neuralink brain chip.
When I first actually moved the cursor with my mind, it blew my mind for like a whole day. And to be helping, to be able to be useful in some way, it completely changed how I live.
Paralysed from the neck down after a diving accident 8 years ago, 30-year-old Noland Arbor is the first person to be implanted with Neuralink's brain chip.
It was like using the force.
The technology promising to allow him and others with paralysis to control technology with their minds.
The device is designed to interpret your neural activity so you can operate a computer or a smartphone by simply thinking about moving.
In less than 2 hours, 64 threads, thinner than a human hair, containing over 1,000 electrodes, are attached to a patient's brain, transforming a person's thoughts into actions. Noland now able to operate an iPad, play chess, even dominate at Mario Kart. Arbor is the first participant in a 6-year trial to test the safety of Neuralink's device, Musk spruiking the upsides of his latest invention.
Imagine if Stephen Hawking could communicate faster than a speed typist or auctioneer. That is the goal.
For now, though, Noland is just happy with his latest upgrade.
I am basically like all of y'all, just with a bit of hardware in my skull, a bit more compute power, and that's about it.
Man, ain't no way.
Man, look here.
Ain't no way.
I'm not doing it. You're not finna make me no robot.
Ain't no way.
I ain't gonna be able to do it.
I'm talking about, boy, if that ain't the devil is a lie. You know what I'm saying? How many threads they weaving into your cerebral?
Screw it into your skull. Tap it into your brain. And you can move anything with just thinking about it. You gotta realize you're being connected to something. So if you're being connected and there's a smart enough person that can hack into this connection, you just been hacked, player.
Ain't no way, man.
Nancy, what you thinking?
craziness of this all is that when they put it in his brain and it was working for a while, this thing, apparently it stopped working for a while because some of the threads that was holding the chip on top of his cranium, they just snapped.
What?
So then they had to go in and jerry-rig the rest that was holding on to this chip to make it work. To make it work. I'm like, you kidding me? In my head? No. Not in my head. And the most exciting thing that while on one hand, I really think it is amazing that he's able to do things with his mind with the computer. The other part of me is like, that's all you get to do, and they're raving about him just being able to move things on the computer with his mind because the chip in his brain. I just really am curious as to how his brain is handling, because from understanding how finicky the brain is and how overprotective the brain is of itself, to the point where doctors have to go in and try to sedate the brain so that it sleeps itself. So how is it that I'm just curious as to what's going on with the brain and that chip. That's me personally, who's doing what and how that's working out. Because even if you do research on the internet to find out any updates, there are no updates as to what's going on, how things are going, or anything past when it first came out. If you see anything coming out every now and then, it's just really talking about what happened at that point, not how he's doing it now. So I'm just really, I don't know. It's just really interesting, but I can't do it. Nope.
I'm talking about.
Nope. Can't do it.
That's the craziest thing I ever heard. I swear. I keep wondering, right? Will they come up with a new model?
Yeah.
He stuck with the old model. Everybody else got the new model. He gonna be stuck with the old model. Oh man, the devil is a lie, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm talking about that's the most evilest chip.
You don't want that chip.
You gonna put an evil chip in somebody's head, man.
Now, so the next video, right?
Lord, boy, these people crazy.
Right. It introduces what that other type will be. A humanoid. Okay? Check this one out. Humanoid.
Every country will have AIs or multiple AIs, and there will be a lot of robots. By 2040, probably there are more humanoid robots than there are people.
How some Christians cannot see that we are living in the end times blows my mind. He is literally telling you and showing you what's coming in the near future. His Novus Ordo Secularum, the new order of the ages. The guy who likes to dress up in a Baphomet costume with a upside down cross, who has openly declared that he is okay with going to hell if that is indeed his destination, since the vast majority of all humans ever born will be there. The same guy who wants to connect your brain to artificial intelligence.
The artificial intelligence, we are summoning the demon. You know those stories where there's the guy with the pentagram and the holy water, and he's like, yeah, sure, you can control the demon.
I really shouldn't be that surprised that so many people are deceived by this guy. I mean, we see in Revelation chapter 12, verse 9, Satan, who deceives the whole world. And the way he's able to deceive the whole world is because he tempts humanity with their own desires.
People want change, and we're going to give it to them. They will get what they ask for. They will get what they ask for.
People are so easily deceived because God gives them up to their own desires. Romans chapter.
They're going to get what they ask for.
Out of his own mouth, man, he's saying it.
Out of the horse's mouth, man.
I mean, what more you want? He telling.
The fact that he say he cool with going to hell already because most people going anyway. That kind of reminds me of something I heard before that.
Hold up, G, hold up. That's on him. He won't go to hell, that's on him.
That's definitely on him.
But before that, he said we summoning the demon to put in the chip, to put in your head.
You really want to put a demon in your head? He just said it. He just told you. You can't say later on, oh man, I ain't know. He told you. We summoning the demon that's gonna be in your head that we gonna control.
In your head.
In your head. Nasty talking.
I can't call it. I just can't. I just can't. And then he wants to talk about how it's going to outnumber the amount of humans. No. And people are so wanting to, the latest things and all. Nope. But it's on them. I ain't going with him. He by himself, especially with the way he thinks. He by himself. I mean, at least with them, because I ain't going with him. He on his own. I ain't doing it.
Now, the reason why I asked if y'all believe in UFOs and stuff like that, I was on a cruise, right? And I'm getting a dope shot of the sunset, right? And I'm just filming, I'm not paying no attention to it, right? So when I get back to the crib and I actually zoom in and look at it, I see what you would call unidentified aerial phenomenon.
Oh, UAPs.
I got a UAPs, and I actually recorded my own UAP, not mine, but it's on my camera.
It's yours there.
Check this out, man. Tell me what you think, man. Tell me what you think.
We are missing a wall. It's right. Give me the ball! My God! My God!
just went into something just went into the orb. Went into the sun. And then it came out on the other end. So I put a circle around it. It came out on the other end. I said, okay, that's dope. I don't know what it is. Cherubims, angels, UFOs, who knows?
I mean, you caught that joint.
Yeah, I did. So now, but as it continues to go away, because it's departed, that's what you said. I went up. I took
Yeah, I
On
mean,
Friday,
again,
Pentagon
the Bible
officials
talks about mysteries and signs and wonders in the side. Then, you know, you do have all types of beings, not just angelic. That be my point about what people being said. It look like this one minute, look like that one minute. If it's transforming, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, the Bible talk about stuff that transform. And look like an angel of light, but it's not. You know what I'm saying? Again, this is my perspective, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, again, I can't transcribe to alien beings coming from a dimension, trillions, light years, to come here. I ain't gonna even get on the hill, but yeah, to even make a journey, come on, man.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
Only them people trying to go look for stuff.
True. When they go looking,
Grandma said, "Be careful what you look for. It might find you."
Ain't no might. You gonna find it. Man, so what you thought? What you think about that? Like, what you feel like that's a UAP? That's angelic? What's your thoughts?
Yeah, that's one of them things is really is a UAP. Because at first I thought it was a solar flare as well, but I don't know. They were just lingering. It could be anything. Yeah, I'm baffled. I'm totally baffled because it could be anything. And I'm curious as to what it is, though. Really curious, you know, what's going on. So, yeah, anything's possible.
All right, so let's go to the next one then. Because it apparently New Jersey, right? It's over in the East Coast, New Jersey, New York, whatever. They are going ham right now.
Oh yeah, this week.
It's been going crazy. Like, how do you not know what's in your sky? They got all kind of shit in their sky. Let's play this video real quick and see what they got going on.
On Friday, Pentagon officials participating in a classified closed-door meeting with the House Oversight Committee. The topic reportedly centered around UFOs that have been flying over New Jersey.
For the past few weeks, residents of New Jersey spotting mysterious objects flying at night.
This is over my house right now. What is that?
Some close to a military installation. Others over President Trump's Bedminster Golf Club, raising alarm. The FAA restricting airspace. The FBI now investigating.
Oh my God, here we go. What is that?
Officials admitting they can't say for sure what the flying objects are, some saying they're the size of a small automobile. In a statement, a New Jersey police chief saying their presence appears nefarious in nature. The concerns reportedly being discussed behind closed doors on Capitol Hill Friday in a classified briefing between Pentagon officials and House Oversight Committee members.
Hey man, they done demoted us to a third world country, man, since Trump became president. They got many kids flying around in the air, they can't tell what it is. How you got a Buick? How you got a Buick in your sky? You don't know what it is, man.
You do got an SUV.
They said a small SUV. That's what, a Buick.
I heard so many different sizes. They said a couch size, nigga.
That's a Kia.
They had a Beetle in the air.
A Mini Cooper.
Hold on, let's get to
They got flying Mini Coopers in Jersey, baby. What?
Let's get to the next one.
Get at your man.
Let's get to the next video real quick. Because now they're going over the ocean, right? So check this one out, right?
Someone called the cops on these lights. See, even the police, they're going crazy. These aliens are attacking.
I don't know, man. It could be drones. Who knows? Who knows, man? I don't know. What you think?
It looked like that movie Pixel. When they were fighting the giant Pac-Man.
It do.
Hey, but you remember they did the holographic pop? You know what I'm saying? So they hit us with the holographic, man. That's all, man.
That's what I feel like. They opening up the hologram door on us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's wild. Cause it moving slow, like synchronicity. You know what I mean? Some order with it, but I ain't doing that.
Yeah, like I said, it could be drones, man. Who knows? Cause it really ain't doing nothing. Who knows, man?
Just a show.
Okay.
Just a show.
They are droning this. Everybody.
And that's why I don't believe in aliens, man. You ain't flying trillions of miles to put on a light show.
No, not at all. Not at all. However,
twirl in the sky.
They put
go home.
They put the show on. Let's go to the next video. They are putting a show on for their ass. Let's check this one out. What you thinking, Nancy?
I just wonder if it's some
You're
of these
telling me
people
we
that
don't
are,
know
like,
what the
as the playing with drones and stuff, especially with a lot of people being able to have access to drones. I'm just really wondering if that is what is going on, because it is so crazy that you don't know what's happening, where these are coming from, why these are up in your sky. And I'm pretty sure that there is somebody calling in about it, and you don't go check it out as of yet. So I don't know. It's weird. It's totally weird. And there seems to be a lot more happenings occurring now, more than ever. So it's weird. Truly weird.
I think it's part of the plan. Whatever they trying to execute, this is all part of it, getting used to it and all that. Let's see what they talking about as far as in the house and stuff. Let's go to the next video real quick. Let's play.
hell these drones are in New Jersey are? Is that correct?
That's right.
It's crazy. I mean, that's crazy. That's madness that we don't know what these drones are.
Today, we heard from a member of the FBI, the DOJ, Border Patrol, and even a rep from the NFL, all of whom say that their operations in some way or another have been hampered by drones coming into the United States. And while several of these entities talked about drones that come from criminal organizations or our adversaries, like Mexican drug cartels or the Chinese government, for example, it was pretty clear that the drones flying over New Jersey at this point are still unknown. Lawmakers at times were frustrated. The FBI and other agencies couldn't tell them more about what these things are or where they come from. The FBI only saying it seems as though right now they don't pose a threat. Several members asked whether we could just bring one down.
Let's go get that DoD capability and find out and put to rest the question, who is it? We can bring one down tomorrow.
But it became pretty clear that as lawmakers continued to ask more questions about these drones over New York and New Jersey, federal agencies didn't have answers for them.
That's a UFO sightings map. Red means sightings, blue means no sightings. Do you see it yet? I don't think you do.
because it doesn't really jump out at you at first. But then when I started looking at it, I was like, how come some of these countries don't get sightings? Then I saw which of those countries didn't get sightings. Then I started to wonder how these countries are involved with each other. And then it hit me. If you still don't get it, allow me.
The acronym BRIC was coined in 2001 by Goldman Sachs chief economist Jim O'Neill to describe the emerging economies of Brazil, Russia, India and China. The term quickly became shorthand for the emerging market giants. As developing economies have sought a greater voice in managing the global economy, the acronym has developed into a partnership between the nations. Together, these countries make up 40% of the world's population.
In 2024, the bloc's membership doubled as its founding members, Brazil, Russia, India, China and South Africa, were joined by Egypt, Iran, the United Arab Emirates and Ethiopia. All have one thing in common: they're not part of the Western world, although many maintain close trade ties there. President Vladimir Putin says BRICS member countries are the drivers of global economic growth.
The total GDP of the BRICS Association is more than $60 trillion, and the total share in the global gross product confidently exceeds that of the so-called G7 countries and continues to grow.
Now, is that supposed to be a coincidence? Because that's a pretty strong coincidence. If you call me crazy, say what you want, but let me know what you think. All I'm saying is I'm feeling a little bit targeted. Just real strange, don't you think?
I might not have been ready for that twist right there.
Yeah, they making ugly bank on that. Ugly.
Yeah, off top.
That's interesting to note. Let's check this next one up, man. I honestly, I'm curious to know what's gonna happen next. They don't know what the fuck is going on. They don't know. Come on now, that don't make any sense.
Yeah,
it's your airspace. If that,
I thought we was cutting edge technology, and we got baby kids flying around in the sky, and we don't know.
And you ain't gonna do nothing about it. You ain't gonna.
You got congressional meetings talking about what is this? And why ain't somebody shot something up? You know what I'm saying? We shooting up everything. Ain't nobody shot up a baby kid flying over their house.
They ain't thought about shooting it up at all. Let's go to the next one.
They had that packet, that baby kid.
So this ain't something that's new. This has been going on. So while we was churching and shouting and praise breaking, they saying, guess what? There's real live evidence that what? We are not alone. While you watching YouTube and TikToks and Snapchat and you watching all this goofy stuff on TV, right? And you wondering about P. Diddy and you arguing over Beyonce and Cardi B, right? And you watching the ratchetness, right? You watching Love and Hip Hop, right? You watching Desperate Housewives. He's saying, guess what? You got some real issues going on in here. How is it making sense to anybody out there? He said, why are you over there worried about Camilla being president? You better be asking, is this person even human? Because your government got information about these things that, guess what? They not sharing with the public, and it's not new. This ain't just happened yesterday. He's saying this for decades and decades of this secret stuff going on. And now these jokers who have gotten to a certain level of security has access to information, and they found out there's a wall there that they can only see but so far. Do you understand what he's trying to say right here? So this ain't nothing to play around with. That's what he's trying to say. This is serious business. This is real life happening. And guess what? While you enjoying the American circus, while you watching NFL today, while you watching NBA, while you watching Netflix, while you watching Amazon, while you over there binge watching like I was last night.
Yeah, I was binge watching too. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. Yeah, it's in our face. But man, what next? What next? Nancy, talk to me. What you think?
Yes. Yeah. I know for us why we're not talking about it, because this is other things that we're focusing on. Why trying to figure out what these UAPs are, or UFOs, what they are. I really couldn't say, but it does remind me of some of the movies like Independence Day, when people stand there and they see this big old UFO coming and everybody's watching instead of trying to figure out how to get up out of there. Just run. Everybody want to go, or like that group that went on top of the building and they were partying to welcome the aliens instead
Party
of
squad.
running or taking care of business.
Mm-hmm.
So I know for us, we're just taking care of business. We just, yeah.
I don't know what we're gonna take care of. This is the new assault. Shit. Now, speaking of assault, let's play this next one, right? Because people have been running, and then they getting caught, and then such as P Diddy been running his ass off, got caught, and he's getting caught even more talking on the phone. You talk too much. That's your problem. Talking about, let's see what he's talking about, man. This dude need to cut it out, man. Talking to his son on the phone.
Yo, listen, do not entertain none of this nonsense and nothing over the phone. Alright? I'm gonna need you to get rid of all the leftover pizza boxes. The what? All the boxes left over from the pizza. All the boxes, okay? Make sure you recycle the plastic like we talked about. Yeah. Did Jay reach out yet? Nah, Bob, he ghosting. Get out on bail. No. Hey, yo, check this out. I need you to reach out to the producer. Let these motherfuckers know there's a release date for that new Netflix movie. Alright, Bob. It's crazy right now. Everybody out there quiet as a motherfucker. Yeah, exactly. We gonna let them have their little fun, but I'm still gonna have the last laugh. What about all these lawsuits, though, Bob? Ain't none of them getting shit. I ain't worth nothing. Ain't got shit in my name anyway. Don't even worry about it. Bunch of money hungry and shit. Justin said, what should he do about his whip, though? Man, the fuck is you talking about? You see the shit I'm dealing with right now? I know, Bob. I told us to do that. Hey, yo, check this out. Tell his light-skinned ass to go make the club appearance or something. Motherfucker, make some money. You 30 years old and shit. Pay your own fucking car. Hey, I told him drop some music. I'm about to drop a new track this week. Everybody gonna want to hear my stuff. Like, man, I'm not doing that shit. Y'all need to stay quiet. I can rap though. We got attention right now. Man, just do what the fuck I told you to do. And don't forget about the list. Make sure that shit is fucking fun. Alright. Yo, relax. Some things.
Leftover pizza boxes. Now, this is my analogy, right? Okay. So, they had a conversation, and son obviously forgot. He was like, what? Like, nigga, listen, the pizza boxes. Let me help you understand. So, I think the pizza boxes is a vehicle, is to hold something. That's probably like the cameras, okay? All right? The actual pizza. I mean, he said, make sure you recycle all the plastic. The plastic could be the footage. You know what I'm saying? That's my analogy on it. That's what I kind of think it could be. You know what I'm saying? If you're talking about pizza boxes and recycling plastic and shit. And then the Netflix movie, what Netflix movie you talking about? Did something drop? Did I miss it? Oh, okay, then it's on its way. All right. What you thinking, Nancy?
Just I just wonder, like, how deep is, well, first of all, it's not like, his message, we may not understand what he was referring to, but it's like, dude, we know you're trying to send a coded message out to your son, and you're putting your son in a position where he's being watched, you know, obviously. But then also, it just makes me really wonder, like, how strong, what kind of a stronghold did he has in, the entertainment industry, and especially with, you know, uh, it's bad if you don't even have people checking up on you, seeing how you're doing, what's going on, can I help you out? Everybody just shying away. So it's like that. Okay, I got you. You don't want to help me? I got you. And so guess what? He goes over here and he's does whatever it is to, you know, um to show how appreciated he feels, sarcastically speaking. But it just really has me wondering, just really wondering about him. And I'm just watching to see what unfolds because I don't know, there's a lot behind the scenes and a lot of mess is being stirred up and coming to the top. A lot of stuff. So on people. And yeah, there's a lot going on. So I'm just curious, really curious.
I'm talking about don't be on the phone.
Don't be on the phone.
Yeah, you a lame, babe.
Next one.
Relax. Some things fell through, but everything will be back up soon. Just keep calling your family. You'll be with them soon. Oh, I'm doing the same thing for Thanksgiving. Make sure you send it straight to the Shade Room and TMZ. Make me look like a good father, and all I need is one juror to be on my side. In this case, it's over.
Now, I did see the DA mention that Diddy made a post on his IG that tried to make him look real good. His entire team actually advised him against doing this. But again, Diddy went against his lawyers and frustrated them by doing it anyway.
And he allegedly ignored his lawyers when they told him not to do the social media campaign around his birthday, but he wanted to do it anyway.
Say happy birthday, Daddy. I love y'all so much.
We love you too. Now, I'm not gonna lie, the video is kind of cute with the kids, but I don't see how that would make a juror think, oh yeah, he's not guilty because his kids are cute. Like, it just doesn't really make sense. On the other hand, if he's trying to make efforts to reach out to other online publications to post this stuff to make him look good, it just doesn't look good if you're doing this from the inside.
So, make sure that Amazon delivery is back on schedule, then there won't be no need for us to talk. Just chill out, pup. I told you I'ma get it done. You know, I've been thinking about watching a movie lately. It's called Eyes Wide Shut. Have you seen it? It's got a real famous celebrity in there, don't it? Yeah, Tom Cruise. What's your point? Is that who it is? Man, I thought it was a different celebrity. I guess it might have been a different movie. You know, I got a lot of movies on my mind sometimes, and I get the actors confused. Some of these actors are so good, they act like they don't even know they're being recorded. Your wife did a few movies, didn't she?
He mentions the movie Eyes Wide Shut with Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman, which that movie's about going into private elite parties where everybody's wearing masks and hooking up with each other. They're doing rituals on people, and it's actually really close to what people are saying happens at Diddy's freak-off parties. We know police have recovered plenty of freak-off videotapes and even interviewed people that they saw on the tapes to find out all the details of what happens. And we don't know which celebrities they've interviewed specifically, but we do know there's plenty of celebrity-filled tapes that are being sold behind closed doors right now because lawyers came out on national TV talking about it. We've seen people talk about seeing the tape.
What's your thoughts?
Again, man, he the lamest dude ever, man. Like, you don't be in no junk on the phone talking reckless.
Even if you're trying to talk cold.
Yeah,
man.
You sound stupid. They got people get paid to figure that out. They got people on the payroll to figure that out, man. So that's like, you know, I thought he made more money and had a better brain than that. No. That's just some, like, you take somebody, a dummy out the street should know that much. Like, you should know that much, you know what I mean? When you got a billion behind your name, yeah.
You got a lot of people looking at you, want you to fall.
You know you bogus because it ain't nothing you can tell your lawyer.
He's telling somebody.
That's why billionaires move. You talk to your lawyer and let them relay the message, but you know he bogus.
True. He's telling somebody something. Let's look at the next video because he stay telling shit.
He got diarrhea of the mouth.
I told you everything's straight. Good. And make sure you keep the worm food away from my house while I'm gone. It gets messy. Too many insects start digging around. Remember when I cleaned up the worm food around your house? I kept a sample in case you need it.
I don't know what worm food is code for, but Diddy's obviously using this saying that he has blackmail and that he will use it if need be in a threatening manner, which happens to be what the DA shared as proof during the bail hearing that Cassie presented text messages showing that Diddy threatened to release freak-off tapes of her if she didn't do what he asked.
I kept a sample in case you need it. Oh, really? Listen, don't push your limits, Puff. I ain't the one to play with. You in there and I'm out here. Oh, and don't have another Kit Kat. It's bad for you. She made me gain weight. And get 44 on board again. Make him pull some strings again, or else.
Diddy keeps pushing forward, and he says something in the code word saying that Kit Kat, she made him gain weight. So Kit Kat is definitely a word for a person, and it's a woman, obviously, because he called her a she. He also mentions the number 44 to pull some strings, and that makes sense if you think Barack Obama was the 44th president. And you know, Suge Knight actually made a comment that him and Diddy had deals before to get his friends out of prison.
He got powerful people. One of his partners who started his company with money, President Obama, got him out of prison. So it's not like he don't have no moves.
Diddy has just been too confident, even from prison, and that's what the DA has been saying through their paperwork. He continues to break the rules consistently to his advantage, not worrying about what anybody will say, because he believes he's above the law and the rules don't apply to him.
First of all, Puff, you need to watch your mouth. You know who you talking to? Second of all, this the that got you in the first place. You always think that you're bigger than what you really are.
Now,
put me in a room with them and say,
that sounds like Jay-Z talking. I wouldn't. Let's skip this. Let's skip this video. Let's go to the next one. Now, this one's funny. I like this. Let's play this one. Let's play this one.
Let's see if you like it. A lot of multiple nominees, multiple Grammy nominees this year. Lauryn Hill's got 4, TLC's got 8, and Sean Combs 5 to 10. Get it? Like he's going to jail? Right. All right. And I was going to say this. I was going to go, look. Look. I was going to go. I don't mean to be mean because, I mean, he's a nice guy and he can really sing. Oops. Oh. Joke I had?
Roasting his ass, Jack. So we got somebody else up on the line, looking at some charges, huh? Let's see who's up. Who's next on the deck? Who's that up on the deck? Who's next?
Who we got? We've got some breaking news to get to. A civil lawsuit has been filed against Jay-Z, saying the rapper raped a 13-year-old girl back in 2000. The suit alleges that Jay-Z, whose real name is Sean Carter, raped the girl after the Video Music Awards alongside Sean Diddy Combs. The victim says she was invited to an after party after being spotted by a limo driver and was then assaulted by both rappers. Jay-Z is calling this a blackmail attempt. He released a statement on social media responding to the lawsuit, and Texas attorney behind the legal action saying in part, these allegations are so heinous in nature, you have made a terrible error in judgment thinking that all celebrities are the same. I look forward to showing you just how different I am.
When you look at
Listening to that statement sound like a lawyer right there.
Man. He going down too, huh? Crash and burn.
But he does have the right to face his accuser.
I mean, I just find it weird. Like, if you black and you got $1 billion, they coming for you right now.
Absolutely, especially if you was engaging in anything bogus.
Yeah, true that. If you was around the stench.
So these two remind me of two people who are no longer here. You got something to say, Nancy?
Yeah, I did because I'm just really so curious because, here it is. We have two really powerful Black men in the music industry. And I wanted to go back and talk about, like, for example, with Diddy, how I'm just really curious if he's that cocky and arrogant in prison and doing all the things that he's doing, he must have a chess piece in his pocket that he's going to play because, and then we have where Jay-Z now is starting to, is that part of Jay-Z's recycling plan? So now, because stuff is coming out about Jay-Z and him being included. And if we look back on the lawsuit that was originally placed, it was just for Diddy. And then now, all of a sudden, with Diddy, and then also the young lady saying that there were two unidentified or unnamed celebrities that were watching. Now, one of the celebrities that was watching happens to be Jay-Z. So it's like uh, there are some chess pieces being played here. I'm just wondering if Diddy is the queen, if he's got the queen. Because, man, this ain't pretty. This is not pretty at all. And one more thing with the accusation for against Jay-Z, Jay-Z came out and just flat out talked about how, in a manner of speaking, just how bad this accusation is. And then also was just really upset because he's feeling like he's being blackmailed. But he never came out and said, I never did this. And that's the real issue here. Not that you have to go around saying, no, I'm innocent, whatever, but he never acknowledged whether or not if he's guilty or not of this issue. And so now, it's either he's putting in a motion, either either the case gets dismissed or the young lady reveals who she is. So it's this is really weird. This whole situation is weird around Diddy. And whoever's involved with Diddy, man, yeah, this is really hard. I feel sorry for the people, but
Well, I think there's a lot of connections, right? I said it once before, like a lot of these freak offs has a lot of people in it, and if you're engaging in like illegal sex with minors and stuff like that, and with each other, and you know what I'm saying, you got private islands like Epstein, and you have big mansions and shit. You can do whatever the hell you want, and won't nobody ever know nothing about it. Like, you think you going in strapping up, looking around where the rubbers are? No, you going in raw dogging. So why do you have all these doctors there? I feel like all these doctors there help to supply, those who may need a little medication just in case you get a little extra something. So with that being said, now that brings us to some more medical shit that's been going on in New York. United Healthcare CEO gunned down. They finally got the killer and all that good stuff, right? We know who he is. Skip this. Let's skip this video. Let's go to the next one because I believe we are up to par to knowing who this person is, right? So let's play this next video real quick and see what he was ranting and raving about after they caught him.
As is completely out of touch, as an insult, the intelligence of the American people, and the lived experience.
Luigi Mangione yelled at reporters as he was walked into court by police in Pennsylvania late last night. The 26-year-old was officially charged with murdering Brian Thompson in Midtown Manhattan. He's also facing separate charges in Pennsylvania.
Mangione was arrested at a McDonald's in Altoona, Pennsylvania on Monday. Altoona police released these photos from that McDonald's taken from a police body camera. Officers said that he began to shake when they asked if he had recently spent time in New York City. But New York City's police commissioner also said on the Today Show this morning his name was not on their radar.
Yeah, how can you put your name on the radar when it's Luigi? I ain't heard Luigi since '88. I ain't heard a nigga named Luigi nigga since the first Nintendo. Okay, Luigi, all right. Shit, and they call him a hero and all kind of shit. It's kind of, the comments out there is wild right now when it comes to the people. You know what I'm saying? I guess there was a lot of people that got, screwed over by that particular, branch of health. So, I mean, it's kind of, it's
I'm just surprised they ain't talking about white on white crime.
They ain't white on white crime.
I'm just saying, right?
Business. Nancy, what you thinking about that one?
Well, this is one of those things where I was tripping. I'm like, you in a McDonald's? They caught you in McDonald's. I was thinking he was long gone out of the country, whatever, but they caught him in McDonald's in Pennsylvania. So it's like, okay. And even with following the story, the things that he did, like when they found the backpack and it had Monopoly money in it. or, and then his comment when he made his statement, and I'm just paraphrasing what he said, it just came out to be, this is just symbolic, symbolic of what's going to happen next, or what's going to happen. So this man,
It's tripping.
to be, once you get him in prison, yeah, tripping. Like, really, dude? Really, dude, but in broad daylight, or not daylight, but in just on the street, when he was able to know where this dude was located and shoot him, and then go on about his business, just boldly, and all for the sake of, because of his grievance with the healthcare system, which in this country does suck, in my opinion. It does suck because we are just really unfairly treated, and you can go to another country, get stuff done, and not have to go through all of this. Here in this country, we got to be, we're scraping our pennies, or we have to go without, for a medication or for things that we need. And but anyway, I'm sidetracked. Let me put me back on track. This is nuts how he got found. It was nuts.
Yeah,
At McDonald's.
ain't no way in here I'm gonna let my last meal be a Happy Meal. I'm at least gonna go to Texas Roadhouse, Red Lobster, or something.
You ain't even peep game.
You gonna find me somewhere else other than that.
You ain't even peep game.
Put me on game.
The Mac Rib called him up.
Exactly.
The Mac Rib called him up.
Or go on vacation somewhere.
Luigi went for the Mac Rib, man. You know what I'm saying?
Can't be that good.
It ain't that good. I swear to God. But that's what he gonna remember.
Yeah, of course. That was the last fucking meal you gonna have, man. Let's go to the next video, man. This goofy.
Look, I'm not RoboCop or the Terminator. I'm not programming facial recognition software. But if you think that all of these are the same person, you might be fucking stupid. If you think that they found this dude within a matter of days only to be identified by his eyebrows, you might be fucking stupid. And if you think that when they found him, he still had the weapon and a written manifesto confessing to everything on his person, you're definitely fucking stupid.
I'm just saying, that doesn't make sense, man. You just gonna keep all the evidence on you. You know the nation is looking for you. I'm gonna hold on to this. Well, I'll go ahead and grab me a snack real quick.
A Mac Rib.
Fucking Mac Rib. It probably was. But what I'm saying is, it doesn't make sense. It sounds all planted.
It don't.
You know what I'm saying? Like any other assassination. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if they're going to end up getting to him eventually. But let's get to the next one, though. Right?
Yeah.
Check this
I don't
out.
think it makes sense either.
286 everywhere. Luigi's banner photo on X includes this. That little guy is Breloom, a Pokemon, and that Pokemon's Pokédex number is 286. Luigi had 286 posts on X, 286. In the insurance industry, denial code 286 is when the appeal time limits for a healthcare claim are not met. According to this person, Luigi was found at a McDonald's 286 miles away from where the CEO thing occurred. And Luigi's cousin, who you can see here, Nino is a Republican member of the Maryland House State of Delegates. He follows 286 people. This is his X page where he shared the statement from the Mangione family regarding Luigi. National Insurance Awareness Day is June 28th. In most countries outside of the US, you write the days before the month. So this would be written as, you guessed it, 286. And last but not least, Proverbs 286 or 28:6. Better is a poor man who walks in his integrity than a rich man who is crooked in his ways. Let me know what.
The 286 theory. We'll see if it holds any water. Now, we got to get to our last little touching subject. Like I said, it's a lot of madness going on in New York.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
A lot of unnecessary deaths and things like that.
Speak on it. Speak on it.
Definitely condolences to the family. You know what I'm saying? But this one here is kind of messed up, man. Let's play this video real quick, man, for those who don't know what's going on in New York.
Breaking news out of New York and the subway chokehold case we've been following for the last week. The jury has now come back with a verdict of not guilty in the Daniel Penny murder trial on the criminally negligent homicide charge. The jury could not come to an agreement on Friday on the charge of manslaughter. The judge tasked them with coming to a verdict on this lesser charge, and now they have, again, not guilty for Daniel Penny. Let's go back to New York and Rich McHugh. What are you hearing about the decision from this jury and reaction?
Well, it was rather quick, Marnie. They came back. They said we have a verdict. It was read in court, not guilty. Immediately, there was both applause and outbursts, anger. Jordan Neely's father was escorted from the court, as were some of the other people, because of their outbursts.
Man, This one's tough because I wasn't there. I don't know what the full scope of the situation is, but everybody say this young man was threatening to kill or hurt a lot of people on this train, and out of nowhere, dun da da dun, here come this dude and choke him, right? And it ain't even the fact of you just choking him, just, you know what I mean, restraining him. You held him as tight as you could to remove every little bit of breath. Held on to him for at least 6 minutes. It's becoming a trend. I'm noticing a trend. Like when we get a new president, it always seems like some black child or some black person is being killed by somebody of authority figure.
Sacrifice.
Whether it be a fucking security guard.
Like a sacrifice.
Let's get to the next one, man, because I want to see what the public is talking about.
Daniel Penny, Marine, New York City, subway car, not guilty, all charges, free man. I have to tell you, this is going to set a precedence of where the direction of the United States is going to. Over the last 4 years under this current administration, they have tried to teach us that you can steal, you can maim, you can rob, you can hurt, and you will be held without any accountability, and nobody's gonna have to take responsibility for their own shit. What they said today is that this man, because of humanity and because he cares about people that he didn't even know, strangers on a subway car, that there was a threat. And he is going to do everything he can, not about race, not about color like they'd like you to believe, not about creed or religion, just because he's a good guy, that he is going to stop this person from hurting each and every one of your families on that subway car, and he'd do it for them, he would do it for you, he would do it for me, which teaches me now, which teaches the midnight, that I can confidently go out there, okay? Confidently go out there and protect my fellow American brothers and my American sisters. I will stand up for women, I will stand up for children, I will not ask you where you're from, who you are, what's your religion. I say, are you hurting? Are you a mommy, you a daddy, are you a child? Are you hurting? What can I do to help? I am so proud of this country today. Thank you to our Lord and Savior. Thank you to looking over to this country. Thank you to everybody that stood up for this Marine. As I have continued to be the voice of protecting everybody that I believe has done the right thing in regards to standing up for humanity. May God look over you. May God look over your family. Thank God that God was looking over Daniel Penny. And may God look over the United States of America. And that's all I gotta say about that. Midnight, I am out. 1, 2, 3. Woo!
They got a whole lot of energy about the wrong shit.
A lot of energy. So let's go to the next one.
A whole lot.
Because I'm gonna get Nancy's thoughts here in a moment, but I want to play this next one.
The reality of the situation is Daniel Penny was a hero. Daniel Penny was a Marine that fought for this country. He was not a racist. This had nothing to do with race. He would have did it if it was a white person. I believe that. It just happens that black people cause a lot of crime. That's why there's always more encounters where black people encounter white police officers, because we always in trouble with the law. And that's the reality of the truth. I'm not going to not tell the truth because it offends y'all. The reality of it is Daniel Penny deserves a medal. He deserves a gold medal because he probably saved half the people on that train. That's the reality, and black people need to deal with it. The verdict was right. He is innocent, and he deserved to be off. And black people need to be quiet, and they need to get over it.
All right. Cookie, cook 'em. Go ahead, Nancy, cook 'em. Cook 'em.
Okay. Being a black woman, being ex-military, ex-army, retired army,
Speak on it.
I am happy. Yes, he stepped up to the plate, but no, he went too far, in my opinion. You didn't, if this had been a white man that he was trying to restrain, he wouldn't have put this man in a chokehold. It would have been one of those things where they would have wrapped their arms probably around him, around his waist, tried to hold his arms in because you had two other guys there that was trying to help him. And they would have talked to the man and tried to calm the man down and so on and so forth. But here it is, a black man. And yes, he was erratic on the train and he was just really frustrated with the way his life has been going. And if you research his background, yes, he's had traumatic experiences, especially with his mother. So, from the death of his mother. And that has traumatized him throughout his whole entire life. So it's really crazy that we're, especially from a black man, to tell us, that we need to be quiet. Number one, we are not just always in trouble. That is not how we need to be seeing ourselves. We are black people and we need to start being treated as human beings. And that's not what we're not treated as. We're just treated as like we're just crap. And I'm personally tired of being treated as such. I'm tired of being seen as such. And we ourselves need to just embrace ourselves and see each other and see ourselves as human beings, because that's who God created us to be. Human beings. Yes, he saved people's lives, but he went too far, in my opinion. He did not have to hold him. He didn't even have to put him in a chokehold. He being an ex-Marine, he knows how long to hold a person. He knows how to position it. He knows what to do and what not to do, how much pressure to put on him, how much to let up off of him. And he did not do that. And he went and celebrated after it was all over, went to a bar to celebrate instead of, going back home and really being mournful or sorrowful for what has happened. But he went to a bar to celebrate, to add salt to an open wound. And so now here it is, we have a man speaking, rhetoric about the fact of, hey, we're going to throw, I'm going to go out here, give him a license to go out here and just save people. Just use it as an excuse to gaslight so that he can go out here and do whatever he wants to do if he assumes, because that is what we have to deal with each and every day. I mean, this is, I'm going to reel myself in because that's just such a hot button topic. If this had been, if he hadn't have been a black man, he would have been treated different. That man would have been alive today. But here it is, we've lost a life. And, provided without even really understanding. And that's a really touchy subject as far as his life goes, because there's so much. The system failed him, kept putting him out there, back out on the streets instead of giving him help, the actual help he needed. But here it is, we're just black. We'll just have to fend for ourselves.
Right. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah. We're expendable. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I got a couple more. I got a couple more videos, man, because it is a touchy subject, man. It's bogus, man. What's the rest of the people saying out in the world? Let's play this next one real quick.
Hey, I'm probably gonna get bashed for what the fuck I'm about to say, but every time something don't go a black person way, it doesn't require for us to pull a fucking race card. This situation with Daniel Penny up in New York City, motherfuckers need to understand the climate of fear that people in New York are living in. Motherfuckers is getting slashed in the face, unprovoked attacks, getting pushed in fucking front of trains. All sorts of shit is going on in New York. So if you on a motherfucking subway and some old deranged maniac come bursting through the motherfucking doors, handing out death threats, who wouldn't choke that motherfucker the fuck out, man? Let's just be honest with that shit. But the real enemy is not the white man or the fucking black man. It's the healthcare system, man. Had that individual had the opportunity to receive proper mental health treatment, he would probably still be the fuck alive, man. But see, this shit that the media want us to do. They want to continue to divide us. That shit ain't have nothing to do with a white man hating a black man, but everything to do with motherfuckers scared to death of that motherfucker running up in that train delivering death threats. Believe that shit. Hey, I'm probably gonna get bashed for what the fuck I'm about to say, but
just stop it. Just go to the next one, because I think motherfuckers is missing the point, man. Of course it ain't black or white. This motherfucker's military. His hands are certified. They weapons. You know better. And you continue to do what the fuck he was doing. That's I think that's what we're getting to, man. Just let's see what the Black Lives Matter say.
NEWSOME. I'm the co-founder of Black Lives Matter Greater New York. I stand here heartbroken because I have to hug a father who knows that the murderer of his son will most likely go free, who has to look in the face of a jury that no matter the facts, no matter the expert witnesses, no matter the people yelling on that train that day to let Jordan go, you will kill him. They will not find a white man guilty of killing a black man in modern day America. This is no different than Jim Crow. This looks like a picture out of the picture book when you look at that anonymous jury. We have baby boomers who were there doing Jim Crow on this jury. We have young people who are looking at Daniel Penny as a hero. And what America is a hero, a killer. He didn't give a crap about Jordan. The medical examiner said Jordan turned purple. Yes, black people can turn purple when they're denied oxygen. Every lab report showed he died of asphyxiation. And that doesn't matter because they want to spare a white man the penalty of his crimes. America has not changed, and I hate to say it, it may never change. And people who keep asking, are we going to riot? Are we going to protest? Is that what's needed? Do glass have to break? Do cars have to burn for a black man to get justice in America? We can't show up with peace. We can't show up with facts. We can't show up with evidence and witness after witness. You give us nothing. And then you ask us to love this country. America hates black people, and we see it from that jury pool.
Boy. She snapped. I feel her. I feel her, man. When you have all the overwhelming evidence and you give this man no time, no nothing. So what we supposed to do? What? One wise man said this. Let's see what he said. Let's go to the next video. I want to see what this wise man said. Let's go to the next video real quick. Let's go to the next one. Not this one, but the next one. And let's see what this wise man said, what we should probably do. You tell me what you think. You don't have the audio on for the camera. It's 2.
Just like everybody else seeks justice on their own, just like everybody else has vigilantes, we need some black vigilantes. Right. People want to jump up and choke us and kill us for being loud. How about we do the same when they attempt to oppress us?
Man, speaking on some,
I guess I'll end out with this one, right? The retribution of law is what goes around come around. You know what I'm saying? Reciprocation. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I agree with the white dude that say I feel proud and I feel good and confident of going out and protecting those who need help. So I'm definitely gonna feel comfortable, confident. For anybody who act want to stupid, all that good shit, I'm gonna hold your ass until the police come. Yeah, I feel you on that shit, right? Outside of that, don't touch mine, I won't touch yours. So keep your hands to yourself.
Yes, sir.
That's how I look at it.
Hey, man, them facts right there, man.
Yeah. Well, you know what, man? It's been good hollering at you, man. We're going to have to chop this up again, man. You know what I mean?
Next week.
Let's do it next week.
Same time.
I'll get at you on the next one then.
You already know.
My guy. Come on.